Hey, Week to Warrior. I am driving back from Jiu Jitsu, and we go on Saturdays. I like to build my training schedule around my peak athletic event. So my peak athletic event of the week is always 5 hard rounds of Jiu Jitsu at least. Trying to give myself good time to rest between rounds and not use tons of energy, but be very dominant, be the aggressor, be the one pushing the pace. Staying in energy systems 1 or 3. Check my other videos if you want to find out more about that. But what I wanted to say though is today I'm just going to Jiu-Jitsu, training at BTT Boston like I normally do. Great school, amazing school, amazing school. BTT Boston, absolutely amazing. Love BTT, very excited to compete for them a bit before, but excited to compete for them more. They're honestly phenomenal. I've trained at the best wrestling gyms, the best Jiu-Jitsu gyms, and learned from a lot of amazing coaches. And there's a lot of really high quality people at BTT Boston within the BTT network, tons. Great vibe, love BTT. But just training there, and I'm taking this guy down. He's like a white belt or a blue belt. I'm training 3 years on and off. And I'm just taking him down. I'm using my principles. I'm working the head, working the neck, tiring out the head and neck, breaking posture, putting him off balance, attacking position, the legs, the head, around the waist, and again the back. All these things. I just keep working this stuff, and he's getting frustrated. He starts getting frustrated. He's like, you're beating me, but you're using more energy, and I wasn't. I was using less. And he's just like, and I was like, yeah, I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. I feel like we became friends. And at this point in time, this is kind of the point in time we became friends. I looked at him and was like, I'm not. Don't get frustrated, man. Don't get frustrated. I'll just say his name because I don't care if he sees this video. He's like a friend. I consider him a friend now. So just go, George. I'm like, George, don't get frustrated, George. He's gonna go on to do great things. Because he's very he was going with me, and I'm just beating. He's got 3 years on and off experience. I've got 10 years of experience at some of the almost the highest levels of competition. Not the second highest levels of competition, the highest levels of high school wrestling competition, and fairly high level college competition. Won some grappling industries, pretty good, pretty respectable career, won some wrestling tournaments. Pretty respectable career, 200 competitive matches, he's had 13 competitive matches, and I'm beating him. And he's frustrated. I'm like, don't get frustrated. I'm not using rage. I started showing him the principles, and I was like, I had a good friend, have a good friend who got me into wrestling, showed me all the principles, showed me how to do a rear naked choke, showed me how to win my first fight, won my first fight, and now I'm passing it on to you. It's gonna make you better, and that's title of the video. The point of this is it makes you better. It made me better. I was telling him this. I'm like, you're a friend of mine. We're cool. I like you. You're awesome. I want to help you, but it's gonna help me to help you. I want you to know that so you can help other people too, and you can know that that's gonna help you. And that's one reason BTT is amazing, because I was competing and did a tournament, lost to this guy Zach by 12 points. He invites me to come train at his school, go train at BTT Boston. It's awesome. Got a great experience. Now I train there, compete for them. Because my coach, John Sanders, who's phenomenal, moved an hour and a half away from me, so now I can't train with him. Otherwise, I'd train with him. He's amazing. I gave him my blue belt. Awesome. Amazing old school Carlson Gracie Jiu-Jitsu coach. Absolutely phenomenal. If you're in the area, go definitely train with him. The guy is amazing. But I'm not in that area, so I train BTT right now. And I was talking about BTT is just awesome. I have another friend who I used to train NESF out in Amherst. That's 2 hours away from me now. So NESF with Dave Roy, and they're amazing school. He's in Boston right now too, but he's on the other side of Boston. He's on Cambridge, so he's actually an hour and 20 minutes from me. Whereas BTT Boston's 40 minutes from me. But he's really great too. Jack Condon, I was training with Jack Condon there. He trains at BTT Taunton right now. It's interesting how everything goes like that. But BTT though, great network. It's kind of built on some schools. I don't know. Those schools that I've really trained at any time. Some schools, you hear about them, they're not great. BTT is a really great school. They really they encourage their students to train. They encourage students to get good. The students who train there train at all the BTT schools. They train all around. They're awesome. They're really well-rounded. And they have a culture of just making people better. I was talking to Professor Daniel at the end of class, and he was like, yeah, that's the culture. We're I was telling him that they're the best. He's like, we try to have a good vibe. He knows they're the best, but they're just trying to have a good vibe. And at the end of the day, like, it makes you better to teach other people. So I was telling George, I was telling him, like, the only reason, I was beating him with my A game, by the way. Like, he's, if you're watching this, George, that was my A game. So there's a reason it felt good, because it's my A game. But, like, the reason I have such an articulate A game is because I've spent so much time explaining and teaching it to people. And I have so many other ways of entering my A game because I've taught people my A game so many times that I still have to keep beating them. So I'm like, well, now that they know that, there's another reaction that I feed into. I just keep, my real goal is to get everyone trying to do my A game so that I know what everyone's trying to do. Like, when I win ADCC, everyone's gonna copy my A game, which is gonna feed right into my B game, baby. Woo! It's gonna be great. It's got a high note. Makes you better, guys. Makes you better. Find something you love. Okay, so I was talking to this artist yesterday on my date with my wife. Amazing date with my wife. Walking around Boston, talking to this artist guy, painting this amazing river. It wasn't the river he was looking at. He's looking at a different river. He's painting this one river. We're looking at, like, that's a different river than the one you're painting. He's like, yeah, but I like these trees. So I came here to paint these trees on the other river. Respect that. I tell him how I'll translate moves between wrestling and judo. Because I'm like, I'm an artist too, man. I can't paint like that. I play piano a bit, but I can do some art. I'm such a good mood after Jiu Jitsu. Like, I was so grumpy before, and now I'm so happy. I love it. It's, yeah, I'm wrong. Jiu Jitsu. Yeah, so anyway, he was telling me though, he said the hack to the universe is to find your passion and pursue that. It makes everything easy. And Jiu Jitsu is my passion. And I guess Week to Warrior is one way of making martial arts a whole thing. Martial arts is like a way of life though. It's beautiful. Makes you better, explaining it to people. Teaching you guys my way of life here makes me better in that same way. Done.